Okay, so now I've told you about what I'm doing, who I am. I've told you about the digital software that you could start right now to get yourself started in considering and getting your mind around the fact that you right now are a personal brand and how you're going to promote that online. Then I've also told you about how after you do that, you could come to visit me in Japan, or you could be part of an effort to get people to come visit me in Japan by sharing the information of the PowerPoint presentation, which I can share with you and you can share with people. And all of these combined can lead us to multiple revenue streams. And that's what's important. But now what I'm going to do is also show you that one of the process is not just what I mentioned in the PowerPoint presentation. When we go a little bit deeper, I'm going to show you these 12 points of collaboration, because once you develop your personal brand, again, you're going to need these 12 sources of revenue, but you're also going to need your team. So you're going to create both, because like I said, this is a collaboration economy. And you don't just create revenue by yourself, as most businesses have done. Your revenue is mostly going to be generated in a 50-50 split. And you're going to split it with another person that you two are going to come together and do that. So here, I'm going to show you this 12 points of collaboration. And this is the one I've wrote in Japanese, but I can share with you the one in English too, and we can do that. But here, I'm going to just do it in English to say exactly what it is, okay? So my class as the English teacher is that I get Japanese people to pay me for English. That's possible, okay? Another thing is the internship, because you foreign people are coming to visit me to Japan for an internship. Okay, so that's, boom, 2 separate sources of revenue. But what I do is I take you and the Japanese people and we combine ourselves through a communication event. The communication event is another source of revenue. And based on that, you guys are going to match through your conversations and speed dating. And when you guys do is after you make a match with somebody, you guys are going to go on a date. Now, this is not a date for marriage, although that will definitely occur in some of these situations. I want you to change the mind of how we normally interact with people and even how we date. Before you date somebody and you're coming out of a personal, source of lack that you're hoping to like fill, right, avoid, instead I want you to feel totally like you are complete and you want to find another person that's complete, and together you guys are going to take that higher. And that's what's going to happen, because then I've got nonprofits and they're looking for volunteers. And again, we change your idea of what you think volunteering is. Do you volunteer just to be a nice person? Well, get that out of your mind. We're getting something for what we do. And what we're getting is we're getting a higher sense to know about the people we're dealing with. Because in a conversation, there's ways that we need to guard against fraud. And one of the things we do that is we don't just judge what people say, we judge people by their behavior. And yes, saying things is behavior, but that's only the first step. Then we want to test drive. We want to go out with these people into real situations and see what they do. And this happens for 2 reasons, not just that we want to verify behavior, but this is also the way that culture passes between each other. And you are, in a sense, not just coming here to teach people English, but you are going to learn about Japan, because this is going to help you in your connection for helping Japanese manufacturers, which we are going to be earning a commission by being the sales department of their research and development and product creation, okay? So again, so far what we've said is 3 revenue streams: the internship of foreign people visiting me in Japan, the English with the Japanese people coming to learn English, and then the nonprofits are gonna, we're going to get money services. And the way that we're able to do that is that we're going to have people do it because there is going to be donated to a nonprofit. But we're going to benefit from them donating, so it's going to offset costs that we would have otherwise had to pay. And sometimes it's not just the profit you're creating, but it's the avoidance of having to pay money for something that can also be judged as money in your pocket or keeping it there. Okay? Then there's also a radio station, or there is my YouTube channel, which we're going to monetize because we're creating finally something of content which you are helping to do. And this is just the way that you're not always just getting money from me, but you're offsetting the need that you would have had to pay money. So there's another source. Next is travel. So we're totally rebranding and revamping travel. Places that nobody would have wanted to travel under tourist reasons, we're giving the reasons why they should travel, and it's for educational development reasons. So already that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 revenue streams. Then I'll just be quicker. There's the university revenue stream. There's local business revenue stream. There is the temp service type skills where we're calling people revenue stream for business. Then there is the Makers Lab collaboration and co-working space revenue stream. Then there is a franchise revenue stream, because when we demonstrate the results of what we accomplished, we're able to sell it to people that are interested, that we know are going to want to replicate those results for themselves. Then there's also the way that we can utilize art. Artists, people who are singers, dancers, these people were able to bring their art and people to get around that, and that can serve as an event that leads to things on a step process of how people are going to actualize themselves. And the final revenue stream has to do with City Hall and our local governments, and the fact that they are spending money for things that they could be getting free if we incorporate the volunteering and the kind of introduction that I'm advocating, so that companies and City Hall, they no longer have to be separate agencies. They can work hand in hand. And instead of taxing the public sector first, we could instead collaborate in a sharing capacity, help private industries maximize their profits, and then we could kick back to the public in a way that it's a win-win situation. And I would like to demonstrate that. So again, this is 12 revenue streams that occur from 12 people we gather. So we create a team of 12 sources of collaboration. And that can come through on your AI platform, because this is not something that we're also dealing with people officially. This is something that we're sometimes approaching people in the space, the free time they have outside of work, which is similar to how an English conversation school teacher functions. He is he's a private service, an outside service that people are doing because they wish to excel at their job. They wish to excel in the things that they're doing. And you're meeting passionate people that are willing to spend extra resources in order to be a better performer in life. And those are the exact kind of people we want. And you'll be able to recognize when you put yourself in the mindset that you want to be the best. And that's what we are. We're number one. So here, we'll stop it there.